Megavanan, and welcome everyone to the stream. My name is Talisium. There you are, and here I am. And today on MMOnday, we are doing Lord of the Rings Online. Oh, wait, I gotta reset my poll. I keep forgetting to do that. Excuse me. So we are currently adventuring in the Great River region. And let me change my deaths down to what they should be. C-E-R-O. So we are currently in the Great River region. We're in the Brownlands, as they call them, and we're helping the Rohirrim secure the Brownlands right now. And that's where we ended up in the last session, and that's where we're going to start today. Just a quick reminder for people, I'm primarily doing Lord of the Rings Online as my regular stream for a while, because they are, for the next few expansion releases starting in December. I'm not quite there yet, I'm almost there. They're going to be shortening the normal release. For those of you who are unaware, Angmar in Mordor is one of the legendary servers in Lord of the Rings Online. So we're working toward the current contact, which is the Kingdoms of Harad. We're currently just about to get to the Riders of Rohan expansion. And because this is where normally things take a dip for the servers, we're going ahead and instead of doing a 3-month, we're only doing a 1-month turnaround. So it should be a lot faster, should be a lot more content for people to see. And because of that, I'm going ahead and just doing this for, at least for a little while, just doing nothing but Lord of the Rings Online. Really quick, looking at our calendar for today, the 18th anniversary gift, if you've not picked it up yet, is still available. We are rapidly coming up to the end of LI Reward Track Season 15. We have about 15 days left. And it looks like, did I get 80? No, I'm working on 80, but I have a bunch to claim. Some runes, a shield tracery, and I'll be getting a incomparable tracery token once I hit track point 80. And this is the last day for a 10% virtue XP boost for any way that you get virtue. Which leads us to today's gift. As you know, every day is a hobbit's birthday in Middle-earth, but we are the fortunate ones to get the presents every day. So we open up the silver present. We'll get our gold present in a couple of days. So we'll open the silver now. 50 virtue XP and a massive pile of copper scraps. Can always use the money. So let me go ahead and use that. And that will net me 56 because of the bonus virtue XP. And let's see, that's an Eastmanet Scholar's case, which I cannot use yet. So let's move that to here. There we go. And I'll save that. And that can go that way. Problem is, I think I'm rapidly running out of room in my shared storage. Yeah, I am out of room in my shared storage, so I got to get rid of some stuff here. We'll get rid of this, 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 get rid of this. There, now I made some more room. So now we can go down to here, and those are runes. That's a sealed tracery, which we'll go ahead and save. And some legendary runes. And we'll sell these 6 items off. And I still have a few pieces of room left in my supply. Two, 4, 6. There we go. All right. So when we last left our intrepid band, when we last left Shentrantro, we were in Rivendell because we had found in our roamings an old broken Second Age artifact. Hey, Destacardo, good seeing you, my friend. We'd found a broken Second Age artifact that we went ahead and returned to Elrond. So now we're going to head back to the Brownlands, which I do believe is going to be right here, Ethelberg. So we're going to head back to Ethelberg real quick and then get back on our questing. I'll admit, I do like the new milestone markers for the Rohirrim. I really do. I think they look much better than the regular little fire pots. I think these look a lot nicer. All right, so we got a couple of quests to turn in here. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and do some turning in while we're here. I've got a quest to turn in to Ciola, who's back here. And I need to talk to him about trolls in the Brownlands, because he asked me to kill all 5 trolls. That was before I met up with Gnarlstump, which we'll be heading back to in a few minutes.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Alas, I wish you had not told me this. I fear these tidings more than I do the entire Kundalar host at Lakersburg. This is a threat we cannot take lightly. Yeah, I didn't think so either. I mean, they're not difficult compared to, like, the trolls, for instance, in outside of Rivendell, but they're still pretty tough. And I've got a quest I can turn in with Twigga here, which is which quest? I'm not sure. Let's see which quest it is. Collared. Oh, yes, right. Collared cats. On one of the battle cats had a special collar, and I was told to bring it back.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Alas, you're correct, I fear. These wild cats are not at all wild. They've been trained in the art of war. This collar is of Easterling design, and no doubt belongs to the Kundalar. And he has a new quest for me based on that. Actually, 2. Fangs from the East and the Lion's Eye.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
I must confess, the knowledge that these cats are trained to attack us is quite unnerving. The Kundalar do not come unprepared, that is for certain. For this reason, we must seek to remove, or at the very least lessen, the threat the wild cats pose to us. Will you go forth and hunt these beasts? Bring me their fangs, that I may know that the number you have slain. I can do that. And the other quest he has for me is called the Lion's Eye.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
We could probably slay these vile cats from dawn till dusk and not see the end of them. We need to strike where they will do the most harm. Surely among the Kundalar Lashkarg is one who trains these creatures. Hunt him out and defeat him. With their trainer gone, the cats may even turn upon their own. Definitely will do that. It looks like I have a couple of new quests here. I got one I can turn in with Dagbert. We'll go ahead and do that right now.
Will you aid the horse lords?
A black wind from the east. Which quest was that? Which one is it? Brownlands. A black wind from the east. He is the one who wants to deal directly with the Kundalar. Oh, that was just killing off a number of the Kundalar natives. Good on you, Hunter. Surely now Ciola will see reason. Oh, I think he does already. And he has a new quest, 2 new quests. Blade of the East and Burning the Eye.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Ciola delays too long. We must move against the Kundalar now. They have come a great force, and my people will be unable to defend against them. Will you help me? Will you enter Laskarg and their war camp to the southeast and put a fear of the Rohirrim into them? If so, you should leave at once. Yeah, I guess I could do that. And next up,
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Burning the Eye. The Kundalar have the gall to fly the banners of the Dark Lord at Lashkar. I have heard that they serve Mordor in direct disregard for the mandates of their master, a man who calls himself Yirikasar the Blue, a sorcerer of no small power, they say. We should show this Easterling rabble that the Riddermark does not fear the Dark Lord. Would you enter Lashkarg and burn the banners of the Great Eye? That should dishearten them at the very least. Absolutely. And I think we have one more quest over here. Ah, yes, Bilbo. The secret orders that we found on one of the Kundalar. Bilbo wanted to see them.
What have you found out?
I spoke with a few of the men here, and they shared my concern that the men of Stangard are not taking this threat seriously. It sounds as many of the men in this land were sent here by their king for various slights and offences, and are not perhaps the staunch defenders the kingdom most needs. What have you found out? You hand Bingo the secret orders. He reads your parchment quickly, and goes white as a sheet. Oh no! It sounds to me as the secret force of Easterlings plan to creep around Ethberg and attack Stangard in secret. We have to go back and warn them, if it's not already too late. So we will definitely head right now. We'll turn in those secret orders, because I don't want to hold off on that. So Stangard is... That's rush course. I'll have to take a horse, because I don't have a bind because I changed my campsite. So we'll go ahead and pick up the milestone while we're there, as soon as I find where the... I think he's out here. Nope, wrong way. I think right here's the stable master. Yep, right there. So we'll go ahead and head to Stangard real quick, friend. And then we'll pick up the milestone while we're out there. Talk to Sabert, let him know.
Our mission is dire.
You are very persistent. What will it take for you to leave us and not return? Sabert takes departure from you and reads it slowly. When he looks up at you once more, his mocking glare has been replaced by something else. A look of fear. I do not know what to say. No such attack has occurred, which means you have brought to us a warning at a time. Which means you have brought us this warning in time, and you did so despite my harsh words. I hope you will accept my apology, but this is a rough land, and men must be guarded in their dealings with others. If you're willing to help us prepare for the attack that must be coming, I would be most grateful. Will you ask your friend Bingo if he is willing to help? And Bingo is right here.
We should help the men of Stangard defend their outpost.
Of course I think we should help the men of Stangard defend their outpost. We will help them survive the surprise attack, and you can count on me to document the excitement from my account. Of course you will.
The Rohirrim outpost of Stangard is endangered by a small party of Easterling raiders. Can the outpost be defended?
We may not have much time before the Easterling raiding party attacks Stangard. We must make the most of the time we have available, if we are to be prepared. Listen to Sabert describe the preparations you will need to complete. The band of Rohan are familiar with making preparations for war. There are barrels of weapons atop the hill. We need to carry them down here. Then we will gather up the fallen weapons wherever they may be. Some of the men here have let their combat skills suffer, so they could use some training. We will need buckets of water brought to the watchtowers in case the Easterlings wield fire. And we can carry those up from the hill. Finally, we will need to clean up the dirty dishes left from the noontime meal.
Finally, a task for which I am well suited. I will take care of the dirty dishes, and you can handle some of the tasks that require the heavy lifting. I will find you when I am finished. Of course. Dishes beware! I will clean you up in no time.
Oh, and Willem will do the pre-wash, right? That's how that works?
The bales must be made safe.
I am not doing any of those things. What was that noise? Did you hear that? I hear the sound of fighting. Uh-oh. Have they already started the attack? Landraval? Is that Landraval? It is. What's he doing here? Town is under attack. I have subdued these warriors, but more approach. Beware! Prepare yourself. What a creature. I have never seen anything that might hope to compare. To think that such a majestic creature could come to the aid of my people, it defies expectation. And this woman, this Bjorning, she too fights for Rohan? We will stand together and cast back our foes. From this point forward, we stand as friends and allies. War Easterlings approach. Stand against them. I will search for foes elsewhere in the town. And you don't have to search very far. Let us see if there are more Easterlings in Stangard. This way. I circled the town from above and saw no more foes nearby. Then we are safe. We have repelled the attack. All of you have my thanks.
You are most welcome, Sabert. All the dishes are perfectly clean. Oh, hello, Landreval. When did you arrive? What's that? The battle has already happened? I thought I had heard something over the splashing of suds, but I told myself it was simply my imagination. At least the dishes are clean. Still, it would have been exciting to see Landreval and Langer in action. I do not mean to discount your own contributions, but I know you are quite impressive in battle yourself.
I cannot stop thinking about that Bjorning woman. She cut a most impressive swath through the Easterling invaders, does she not? Such strength and ferocity. So we'll go to Langhar.
The Easterling force has been defeated.
And the Kundalar and the Brownlands wait for word of victory that will never come. I'm glad that Stangard still stands, but even more than that, I'm glad that the men here have been put in their place. They will no longer sneer at the line of Bjorn. Do not spread this around, but it seems to me that perhaps Sabert has replaced his feelings of disgust with some other feelings entirely. I do not know which I find more irritating, but I think I liked it better when he feared my people and was not intent on impressing me. I thank you for your help, and I bid you and Bingo good fortune on your journey. I will return to Grimbjorn and the Vales of Anduin with the news of the Easterling presence in the Brownlands. May have more work to do on that score, and I look forward to it.
Stangard is safe! And I think we also taught the men here a valuable lesson.
About respect. Perhaps the next time well-meaning strangers come to them with warnings, they will sit up and take notice, or at least remain polite. I need to come up with some titles for this chapter of my book. Perhaps a lesson in friendship? A time for trust? Evil from the East? Dishes and division? This is not easy. If you have any suggestions, I am certainly all ears. We also need to decide where to go next, but I have not yet decided. There are a few possibilities, but I want to ensure that we make the right choice and do not rush into our next course without weighing all of our options. Do you know what I mean? Now, I cannot pick up the next quest until level 78. See, if you can see, there's no eye over him. So I will have to wait and pick up that quest a little later on. Oh, I was actually going to pick up the milestone here for Stangard. So let's go ahead and grab that real quick. There we go. Alright, so let's get buffed. Actually, no, it's not get buffed up. Let's head over to the... let's head back to Ethelberg. And then we'll go ahead and... Do I have a port to Ethelberg? I may already have the port. Ethelberg, yeah. We'll head back to Ethelberg, and then we'll go ahead and pick things up from there. Because I have a bunch of quests down there in the Brownlands. Alright, so let's get buffed up. Looks like I'm going to have to make more food soon. There we go. Now, taking a look at the map, it looks like pretty much anywhere we want to go in the Brownlands, we're going to find what we're looking for. But we're going to head to the south because there's a couple of quests in that area that I need to look at.
So we'll head to the southern part of the Brownlands first. And defeating anything we find along the way, of course, like that blue cast sorcerer. Because I'm still on the lookout for dark blue medallions and such. And one of the battle cats. And it looks like I have something over here. Let me get rid of that blue cast sorcerer that's just hanging out. There we go. And that battle cat. Company. Shadowy Wraith. And there we go, the first 2 tattered shadows of the day. Good way to start the day. So now we'll go ahead and talk to Gamal and see why he's here. And it looks like he's a quest that I can turn in. I'm not sure which one it is.
I have spied upon a camp of the Kundala here in the Brownlands.
Oh, this is part of that Vanished Rider meta deed. This is one of the quests that I need to complete for it. Complete an inspiring presence in the Brownlands. Here it is. Shadrantra, you say. I am Gamal of Stangard. I've spied upon a camp of Kundalar here in the Brownlands. The Easterlings have been gathering in greater numbers for some time, but something recently has changed. I know very little of their language, only bits and pieces. They speak a fragmented tongue with some words I know and some all their own, but I think they speak of some new and powerful ally. Koratan, they call this person that inspires them. But if that is a name or a description, I do not know. If you are of a mind to help me, defeat many of the Easterlings here in the Brownlands, and also confront some of the Kundalar that shout messages about this Koratan. If hearing that name inspires the Easterlings to rise up against my people, let us make them pay for using that name. I need to defeat 8 Easterlings and 2 of them that shout messages about Koratan. Like that Kundalar sorcerer, or berserker right there. Let's see what he has to say. Well, he didn't say anything. Let's get this cat. There we go. How about this berserker? Nope. Alright, well, so far, I have a feeling we'll probably end up and defeat the Easterlings before defeat Kundalar at Lashkarg in the Brownlands, so this means this must be Kundalar, or Lashkar, I mean. At least I got another one of the light blue medallions that I need. I discovered Lashkarg. Whoa! Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of the things that I actually like about LOTRO, is just finding these camps and just going through and laying waste everything I can find. I have a lot of fun doing that. At least I got both of the message shouters. Oh, and a wooden chest. I will take that, thank you very much. Rittermark hides, Rohirrim text, Eastmanet sealed wax. Nice. Burn one of these banners of the Great Eye while I'm by it. As you can tell, I don't have a lot of tools. I'm not very good at this part of the game, so. And there's the dark blue medallions that I need. Company. Uh-oh. Shadowy. Back off. That's how you make them back off. Go ahead and get this. That's 3 of 6. There's another banner of the Great Eye. There's number 4. Oh no, excuse me, number 5. That's even better. Alright, so I need to find one more banner, and then I need to find their chief. One of these up here. Nope. All right, well, there's the last banner that I need, so let's go ahead and take that out. Now I need to find the leader of their tribe. Alright, so where is their... Let's see, who is the quest that has the leader? There it is. He's this way. There he is. And he's now been defeated. Curious, how many more Easterlings do I need for the... $155, and I'm rating at double time right now, right? No, I'm not. So I need 45. Okay. Let's head back to Ethelberg. We'll turn in a bunch of quests now. And then we'll go back and turn in that one for the Banished Rider. And we'll check my inventory. I got a bunch of scrolls and stuff. That's good. Eastman at Tailor cases. Those are level 80. We'll go ahead and save those because I can't open them quite yet. 2 Metalsmith, which I don't have. Scholar 75. We'll go ahead and open those. Don't have them. Eastman at Metalsmith. Weaponsmith. Woodworker. Weaponsmith. 5, 10, 11. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Alright, so we'll start with Ciola here. He's got 2 I can turn in, which are the Brotherhood of the Mind and the Brotherhood of the Spirit. So those are the 2 quests that he wanted me to go ahead and collect the medallions from the Blue Sorcerers.
What brings you to these lands?
These medallions name the sorcerers defeated as members of the Brotherhood of the Mind. I dare say this blue caste must be fractured in their disciplines. Perhaps if there are other factions, we may put them at odds with each other. And the Brotherhood of the Spirit.
Will you aid the
Which
horse
he says the
lords?
same thing. I will come down here and talk to Twigga. I have 3 quests I can turn in for Twigga. First one is Fangs from the East.
What brings you to these lands?
You have done well, but I fear not well enough. However, I have a plan which may prove a greater boon to us. Good. Next one is the Lion's Eye.
Will you aid the horse lords?
You slew this sure cause? Did the cats turn upon the Kundalar? I suppose it was too much to hope for, but you have my thanks for your efforts. And the last quest?
What brings you to these lands?
I thank you for slaying these wild cats. Perhaps we will not suffer so many casualties among our scouts now. Okay, that's good. We'll go ahead and talk to Dagbert real quick. I got 2 I can turn in for him. Blade of the East.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Good work. I confess I was not sure I would see you again, but you have proven quite hardy.
Will you aid the horse lords?
And Burning the Eye. You live. You are a wonder to behold, and that is for sure. Good work. Oh. Well, yeah, I can be dependent. If I'm given a task, I can usually take care of it. And looks like there's a quest I can turn in up here, or a quest giver up here that I missed. Ah, Ciola has a new quest for me now that I've done a bunch of helping for the other people. But let me go ahead and make sure I have all the quests in the Brownlands on my tracker. Okay. There we go. I've got all the quests that I've been working on my tracker now, so I've got better track of them. And he's got a sunset storm. I think, was that the one where I need this horn for? Yes, an instance, the sunset storm. Required Brunwaite's call. You must have the quest instance, a sunset storm. So that one's coming up. I knew I needed that. Knew I needed that horn for a reason.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Thanks in part to Dagbert's treachery, we can no longer refrain from dealing with the Kundalar. Though it may ultimately mean our death, we must strike at their heart before it is too late. This, then, is my hope. Attack Lashkarg at sunset. Take them off guard while they are resting. Perhaps then we may hold some hope of success. Will you do this? If so, speak to me when you are ready to leave. Notice this quest must be run solo. Are prepared to depart? Very well. May fortune go with you.
At the behest of Chaela, commander of the Rohirrim border guard in the Brownlands, you prepare to make a nighttime assault upon Lashkarg, war camp of the Kundalar, an effort that may be doomed if aid is not found.
I'm going to keep that up, just so I can go ahead and toot it when I need to. If you possess Brunwaite's horn, you may use it here to summon Brunwaite and his Oathbreakers to fulfill their oath. They will make it very easy for me to take this out now. I need to defeat the captain of the first ward. Alright, I need to get buffed up again. We'll use a fire oil here since I know I'm in an instance and I'm not going to get defeated the captain of the first ward. Now I need to defeat the captain of the second ward. Sorry if I took the kill away from you guys. Nothing in here. Brotherhood of the Mine is... Ooh, that's weird. Some of the Brotherhood is actually joining us? That is weird. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting some of the sorcerers to actually join my side. That's nice. Oh, there's Easterling Slayer. All right. If you notice, the name has changed. This one is the Redeemed Oathbreaker. I'm sorry, that's who I was looking at. And that Easterling Slayer picked me up 10 more LOTRO points. Now I need to defeat the captain of the third ward. Let's head up. See what's going on up here. If anything is. Nope. Okay. There's the captain of the third ward right there. One shot, one kill. Now to the commander of the Kundalar. Defeated the commander of the Kundalar. Oh, and that's the end, and that's as far as I go. I can't go into the big tent. But there we go. That was the instance, and that was that horn that I picked up for helping out the Oathbreakers. Now that was awesome. That's how you go through and you take out a camp, right? I like that. That was fun. And I picked up a whole bunch. Ooh, what's this here I picked up? There's the horn. Lots of woodworkers. Metalsmith. Woodworkers. Weapons. Scholar 75. Already know it. Tailor 75. Already know it. Some runes, which we will go ahead and put into shared storage. Fine, jade gemstone. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Oh, I can't get rid of the horn yet. So we'll just mark that. There we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. There we go. So let's talk to Ciola. A sunset storm.
What brings you to these lands?
Well done. However, I fear that we must now brace ourselves for retaliation. Yeah. Excuse me. And yeah, the armor I already have much better, so we'll just grab the coins. Alright. Now, the raid is actually repeatable if I do need more faction or more stuff, which I don't need. I've already maxed out Ryder's faction, so I'm not going to repeat it right now. But we will pick up the new quest that he's got here, Lights in the Land.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Which is another instance. There are lights in the land. The fires of Lashburg burn brightly, for the Kundalar prepare to lay siege to Ethelberg. You had a mighty victory at Lashkarg, but now I fear we must pay the price for it. You stand with us and defend Ethelberg? If we can rout the enemy here, then we may actually survive this war. If you do wish to help us defend Ethelberg, speak with me again, and we will go and prepare ourselves. And I'll be picking up the Sage's Bauble. Nice. So here we go. Lights in the land. Let us prepare ourselves for battle. Actually, not yet. Let me see here. No, yeah, we can do it. Okay, I got time.
Enraged by your assault upon Lashkarg, the Kundalar retaliate against the Rohirrim border guard, bringing their strength down upon the waypost of Aethelborg.
I am glad you have chosen to stand with us. Toya will lead the forces in the upper tier of Ethelberg, while you and our men will defend the lower tiers. If you desire, you may enter the watchtowers and speak with the archers on duty. If you do, they will rain arrows down upon our foes. Now, to arms. Ooh. What, that's it? That's it? I was expecting something more. You missed Bagman's medallion. You may use it now in this place to grant yourself a buff. Oh, that was the medallion. If I had done the other thing, if I had not gotten the horn, I could have used the buff in its place here from the medallion. But I chose the horn instead. So I kind of like how whichever choice you make, you get a benefit in whichever in one of the two instances that you have to fight, which I like. I think that was very well done. You've acquitted yourself well and have most definitely earned this reward. May our arms remain strong. Well, I'm glad I was able to help defend the outpost here.
Our mission is dire.
We were fortunate to survive that attack. However, I think the Kundala will be unable to attack again for some time. Thank you for your courage. And your weapon. Now I picked up the Sage's Bauble. And I wonder, did I get 80? Yes, I did. So that's an incomparable tracery token. I want to get that into my storage right away. That's something I do not want to forget. And there's that last bauble. I think that's all of them. Because I have one equipped, and then I got the rest. And I also picked up a Scholar's Adorn case, which I don't have. The Dunland Atlas. Oh, it's a Fate. Fate, Morale, Crit, Evade, and Power. Alright, so we'll go ahead and use it. And if you notice, the last two quests he has for me are both repeatable. Yeah, it was kind of easy. I was expecting more. I was even a little bit frightened when that troll showed up, but it was just like one of the regular trolls. I was expecting something, big. But I managed to do it all myself. Okay. I'm not going to argue. So the only quests he has for me are the two repeatable ones, which I'm not going to redo. Because I could sit here all day and do them, and the rewards wouldn't be anything more that I need. But it looks like I've got most everything done here. So I've just got some other minor quests to do. But let's go ahead and head back to Grimal, because I want to finish off that inspiring quest line. And he's down this way. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Gamal.
I do not like this. Kundalar are too near to Stangard.
If this Korotan continues to inspire their forces, it will not be long before they march on Stangard. Gamal's lips form a thin line as he considers the garrison's chance of repelling such an Easterling invasion. I thought of something while you were bringing justice to the Easterlings. The word Korotan. I think it is not a name. It is much in common with the word for black cloak. But the Kundalar do not wear such things. Do you think they are inspired by a sorcerer of some type? You do not voice your guess to Gamal, but the word is loud inside of your head. Nazgul. Now, the other quest I need to complete is there's one called A Bubbling in the Blood in the Rushcore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up, and I'll go ahead and move it over here, LOTRO Wiki, and the quest name again is The Vanished Rider. There we go. The Bubbling in the Blood. Let's see where that quest is. I just want to see where to pick it up. From Edbrit in Rushcore, and he is to the north. He's actually in the Rushcore itself. So we're going to head over there now, and we're going to go ahead and pick up that next quest. Which means he's probably at that campsite. Which means I can port there to that camp. I kind of had a feeling there was a reason why I saved that. I wasn't sure why, but now I know. Oh, wrong camp. Oh, I'm all the way... Well, that's fine. We can still head over this way. That's fine. Let's mount up on my horse. And we want to head pretty much due east. Oh, maybe. Oh. There's that bit right there, and he does have a quest for me.
Something has made the Gredbig here more aggressive than they used to be.
You defeated some of them before we went into the Brownlands. Did you notice anything unusual about them? Well, I have. On my way back from the Caucus of the Beast, I was set upon by a group of Gredbig. I fought them off, but I noticed something peculiar, as if they lay twitching beneath my sword strokes. Their blood seems to boil like water over a roiling flame. Is this the cause of their newfound aggressiveness? I want you to defeat the Gredbig and collect samples of their blood. See if the blood boils and bubbles. What could have caused this? Alright, so I need to find some Gredbig. Anywhere I can find them. So let's go ahead. They should show up as animals. There's two of them right there, and they're very distant. So we'll pick the top one and hit track. And it looks like it's this way. Okay. The Grodbug blood is boiling hot to the touch. So I need to get 5 more samples of it. Whole bunch of them, very distant to extremely distant. So we'll pick this one here, track, and it is still more this way. Alright, so there's 3. No, 2, excuse me, there's 2. Let's see here. Track again. All very distant, so we'll pick the top one this way. Oh, excuse me, this way. And we'll pick this one up on the way. Grodbug bubbles, but is no longer boiling. Choose the distant one because it's closer, and I'm going in the correct direction. Okay. Grab this scarn real quick while I'm waiting for my tracker to reset. The Grodbug bug is cool to the touch now. Red Breast backpack. That's the punctured shield. That was the last one I needed. Bring the samples of the blood back to Egbert. So that was all I needed. That was the 6th.
Interesting. Seems that whatever causes blood to boil has moved on.
What creature could have this effect on the gridbook? Whatever it may be, its presence alone was enough to make the blood of the great pig roil and bubble. And when it moved on, the blood gradually ceased to boil. What evil is this, that its mere presence could so enrage creatures of nature? You do not answer, Edbert, but the word Nazgul is on your tongue. Next one is an uneasy feeling in Parth Celebrant. Go ahead and let's do that. There we go. And that one is located. Ooh, we're actually heading. That's interesting. We're heading back towards Stangard. Very interesting. Yes, let's head to Parth. Let's head to Parth Celebrant now. And let's take the fast track. Let's head to let's head back to my camp at the Rush Corps, and then we'll head there. I think this is where he is. He's over here, I think. I don't see him. Alright, so what I'll do now is I'm going to go ahead and use one of the other add-ons that I have that I like to use. And it's called Waypoint. Way, target, and then he is located at 26.6 south and 58.3 west. Oh, way show. Oh, sorry. Let's try that again. Way. That was weird. Let's try it again. Way, target. Maybe it has to all be lowercase. 26.6 south. 58.3 west. Yeah, I had to be all lowercase. But you can see right here next to my name, you'll see this little arrow with the word repeat on it. What it is it's going to show me directions to that actual point by clicking on it. And it tells me it's 478 meters away, in my case, due west. So we'll turn west, and now, if you'll see, there we go. So now I'm only about 400 meters away, so we'll go ahead and mount up. And then if you notice over here in my text box, it gives me some basic information too. But I use this add-on a lot when I'm trying to get to exact locations. Like for instance, when I get the Nazgul alerts and I get into the zone, I'll go ahead and pop up this so I know where to go and so forth. It just really helps out a lot for trying to get to those exact locations in-game. And about every 30 seconds or so, it allows you to refresh it to make sure you're going in the correct direction, make sure you're heading the right way. And there he is. And then when you don't want it on the screen anymore, you just use /way hide, and it disappears.
After you left, I went searching on my own, and, well...
Cedric is having some trouble meeting your eyes. I'm not a coward. I stood unblinking before the shrieking mass of goblins and not given way before a charging warband of Kundalar Eastlings. And I've even stood my ground when my wife was in one of her tempers. He should get a medal for that one. Well, mostly stood my ground. Okay, we'll take the medal back then. But at certain sites on the battlefield, my courage was quite drained away. I felt uneasy, and everything seemed to get cold. Will you go to some of these sites? I will mark them on your map. Look at the rubble of a crumbling corner in Ost-Celebrant, a grassy ledge overlooking the fast-flowing river, and by one of the stone bridges over the river. I want to know the reason what is happening out there, and I'm ashamed to have felt that way. There must be a reason. And let's go ahead and just get rid of everything else on my map so I can see where to go. Looks like everything is down south, right? Uneasy feeling, is that the quest? Yes. It's like the first marker is about 800 meters away, so let's go ahead and mount up, and we'll just head straight there. Oh, on my hobby horse. Shedtrantra, the mighty hunter, rides her hobby horse across the plains. Sigh. Alright, so we're almost there. We're about 180 meters away. Looks like I'm actually going to have to enter Ost-Celebrant in order to get to it, so... Let's get buffed up because I can easily bump into a Nazgul while I'm roaming around here. Alright. Examine debris by the crumbling corner in Ost-Celebrant. And it's supposed to be close by. There it is. Well, we'll pick up this banded coffer while I'm here. Loose stones crunch underfoot. You do not feel anything out of the ordinary. Examine debris by the grassy place overlooking the fast-flowing river. Looks like it's also going to be an Ost-Celebrant, so let's go ahead and we'll stay inside the city. Yeah, I knew it. Company. Shadowy. Here we go. There we go. Looks like it's going to be over here in this area where those treasure chests were, where I did this quest. Yep. The river rushes past far beneath, but you do not feel anything out of the ordinary. Last one is examined and breezed by the stone bridge, which is going to be this way. How far away is it? 100 meters? Can I get there this way? I think I could go down this way. Here we go. There it is. You feel nothing unusual by this bridge. Your prey did not travel this way. Alright. Looks like we need to head back to him. Let's go ahead and the rush gore. Actually, no, it's not going to make that much of a difference. Let's just ride. So he didn't go this way. And where did he go? That is very interesting. I did want to try to find this Nazgul. Hopefully we'll be able to find some leads on him. But he didn't travel up near Park Telebrant, so where did he go?
you experience anything strange while you explored the sites?
You recount what you saw at each of the locations Kedrick pointed out, and he seems quite relieved. It was not all in my head then. Good. Thank you for setting my mind at ease. Whatever was that instilled me with such uncommon fear may have moved on, but it was good to see it still had an effect on those sites. I knew I was no coward. The word Nazgul dances in the forefront of your mind. If Kedrick knew the truth of what came so near to him, he would not be so ashamed by the fear that filled him. Complete the Black Breath in Yorlsmead. So let's see where that quest takes me. Oh, that one's right near, let's see. Right in Stangard. So we'll go ahead and port back to Stangard. And for that one, we need to talk to Ilfing. We'll type up my bearing in just a moment. Oh, excuse me. Way. Target. That way, about 300 meters. So he's down there by the gate, heading toward Limelight Gorge. Oh, actually, there is one other thing I want to do while I'm here real quick. There is a deed I can now complete. I needed to get ally with the riders before I could complete it. There's one building I have not been able to enter in as of yet, but I needed ally with the riders in order to do it. And it's this door right here. See, it requires ally standing with the riders of Stangard. It's also part of the deed locations within Stangard. So let's go on ahead in. Find 20 points of interest within Stangard. Discover all of Stangard's interior. Title, The Trespasser, and coin. And 5 more LOTRO points. Somebody here? I can't interact with them though. That's where, there's a basement. Oh, this is freaky. I thought there was something more here. Oh well. Okay, well there is one other thing I can do. I can now go to the Stangard rewards vendor, and I can go ahead and pick up.
Lightly.
Oh, let's go ahead and let's move that out of my way real quick. I can now pick up Return to Stangard, which gives me an automatic return. And it's only 20 and 20, which is definitely worth it. So we'll grab that. And I can also pick up the prized Stangard Speed for another 20, which we'll grab that while I'm here. Yeah, that's a yard thing. Oh! I can now pick up these rings. The Victor's Ring, Right Agility, Mender, Will and Fate, Vagabond, Agility, Morale, Finesse, and Mastery. Enables Vagabond's Craft on Use skill. That could be interesting. 84 Agility, 142 Max Morale, Finesse, and Fizz Mastery. And empowered vagabonds bauble. Ally. Sword of the Steady Mind. Is that is an actual DPS increase for me too, but it's a will. The axe is might agility and fizz mastery. Plus 6 damage to the dead too. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab is it the Vagabond's Ring? Agility, yeah, so let's go ahead and pick up the Vagabond's Ring. And then if we go over here to is it the Limelight Gorge instance?
Welcome,
vendor?
friend.
That's
Are
where I
you
can
in
pick
need
up
of
the
my
empowered
services?
stuff. But I need Limelight, I need Kindred statting with Limelight Gorge, and my status is almost Acquaintance, so I still have some work to do. But I did pick up a ring that I can definitely use. 46 agility. I don't need the might. Morale will cover the vitality and fizz mastery. So let's get rid of the enduring ring of fleetness. And we'll get rid of that ring. What's woodworker? That's right. So 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. And deed completed, title awarded the trespasser, and 5 more LOTRO points.
Welcome, friend. Are you in need of my services?
Yeah, I still need that. I still need those are gold tokens, right? Yep. But I need kindred status within Limelight Gorge in order to pick those mounts up. So let's take a look at the new mount real quick. Prized Standguard Steed. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. All right. So which way do I need to go now to go ahead and get the Black Breath quest? 123 meters away this direction. Just outside of town? Yeah, just outside of town. So let's go out the gate and around. There he is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot seem to clear my head.
Efing shakes his head as if to try to clear it of cobwebs. He squints at you blearily. Where am I? I saw something. And then, Efing tries to focus on your face. He finally manages it and takes a deep breath. It was dark, and I could not see far into the night, but I saw a figure in the darkness. I thought it was one of my men returned from patrol of Yorlsmead, but then it rather hissed at me. I approached and demanded that the stranger identify himself. But then everything went black. I fell down and only now have come back to my senses. The shape came from the northwest, I think, atop that rising slope. You can look for it there if you'd like. I will stay here. I am still not right, I fear. northwest. That way. A booted footprint in the mud here may mark the presence of the hissing figure seen by Easterling. The footprint is of a heavily mailed foot, clearly wearing a mailed boot. So there is something stalking Stangard then.
Found a booted footprint? I wonder what it means.
Can you tell who it was that attacked me? You try to console Easterling and assure him that he is in no more danger, to a few words of comfort. You know what it is that befell him. Easterling rang foul of the Nazgul, succumbing to the black breath, the stench of death and foul instrument of the Nine. He is fortunate the creature must have been hurried for some unknown reason, or he would have certainly have been killed. He was lucky, but your fortune seems poor. The whereabouts of the Nazgul remains unknown to you. Those are level 50 runes, so I'll just go ahead and use them. Next one is a stone on the shore in near Thingalad. A shape on the shore. I'll report the Thingalad. No, I don't. So we'll have to go in. We'll have to go into Stangard and get a ride to it.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
We'll swift travel to Thingalad. Now, this quest starts off at 21.4 south and 63.4 west. 60 meters away this direction. Yep. Need to talk to Limthir. I'm gonna grab this coffer while I'm here. Supposedly in here. But I'm not seeing... That's weird, I'm not seeing a... Ah! Helps if I actually put in the correct text. I have the wrong one. It's 23.5 south and 60.7 west. There we go. Had a feeling something felt wrong. Oh! By the way, if anybody is working on the Bingo Boffin series, and you see Bertle Bartleby, and he's going to be outside of every major and some of the minor cities, all you have to do is go and talk to him.
I have many fine items on offer.
Oh, really? I thought he was going to tell you where. He usually tells you where Bingo
I've
will be.
collected many fine items during my travels.
That's weird. He's not telling me where he is. That's weird. But usually, if you talk to Bart Bartleby, he'll tell you where. Bert Bartleby, he'll tell you where Bingo is. I got out of the Shire today. I think my level will be going faster now. It's good to know where Bingo is. Finally made out of the Shire. Congratulations, Des. Yes, I really like. That's okay. No worries. I actually like the Bingo Boffin series. It's very interesting, and it's kind of a nice little follow along. And it's nice because there's different subquests and side zones that you go to as part of it. And I like the storyline, and his voice is actually kind of pleasant to my ears. So. Actually, let me go ahead and get this off of my quick slot bar, because I don't need to return to stand guard on my quick slot bar. Okay, 400 meters. We should be coming close to the quest giver now. There she is. Lymphier. Let me go ahead and get rebuffed up before we continue.
I saw something on the shore, but when I approached, it fled.
It was dark as pitch in the cold watches of the night, and I walked on the shore of the Anduin. I thought I saw, no, I did see, a darker patch of shadow in the space between the trees. When I approached it, it fled. It moved with a lurching step, sliding low upon the ground, but it moved quickly, and for some reason I cannot explain what I was loath to close the distance. I lost it in the dark, but I know the name of this apparition. Lymphier looks from side to side, and then speaks in a low voice, barely above a whisper. Its name is Nazgul. Bring word to Finloth and Haldrith that one of these fell creatures is loose somewhere in Thingalad. That's not good. Why is it heading to Cascalabrin? I hope it's not heading to Chaos Galabra. That's the Lothlorien. That's the Lothlorien capital. That's where Galadriel is at right now. Because if it's headed this way, that's the only place I could think of it could be headed. I'll take them all back with me. Alright, where are you at, buddy? Only 2? How weak. I was expecting more.
Are you sure? I'm Nazgul?
Finlaw stares off into the distance for a time, deep in thought. Then she shakes her head and turns back to you.
This is disturbing news, but I believe a single one of the 9 cannot endanger Lothlorien, not while the Lady Galadriel retains her power. And she does. You need not worry on that account. All of the 9 together would pose a more serious threat. But Our Lady still governs, and her power still keeps the borders of Lorien safe. Thank you for these tidings from Linthia, but it seems to me this Nazgul poses more danger to the men of the south of here than to the elves north of here in the cold little wood.
That still doesn't make me feel any better. Complete the Sniffling Snuffler in the Wailing Hills. And that's the last one. It's not, it should be that far away. It should not be that far away from here. So let's go ahead and pop it up real quick. Way, target, 23.6 south. And 64.7 west. 500 meters away, that direction. Wailing Hills. Alright, let's head over there. Like which way? 220 meters. Company, and it's a shadowy. We'll bring it this way to me. And we'll grab those 2 more tattered shadows. Thank you very much. enclosures.
I have always prided myself on courage. But last night...
I should not be out here. I wanted to be a farmer. My father said I should follow my older brothers, and, well, here I am. And last night, well, I cannot explain it. Something spooked the goats. I climbed up on the ridge to investigate, and that's when I heard it. Something was... how can I describe it? It was a sniffling sound, like someone with a cold. But there was something about that snuffling sound that made my blood run cold. And as I approached the milling goats, I saw that I was not the only one disturbed by the sound. The eyes of the goats were wild, and they stamped the ground, desperate to get away from something. Something moved among them, low on the ground. It made no sound but that snuffling, as if it was smelling for something. I ran. And I feel as if my heart had only now calmed itself. You decide to visit the goats at the enclosures to the north and to the southwest. Use caution. That thing might come back. Alright, well, the first enclosure is up over here. Bradleyons 550. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. We are on the trail of a Nazgul that's been roaming around the Great River region. You see nothing unusual. Whatever was here must have gone. Alright. Let's go ahead and head over to the other pen and see what we can find. Alright, here's the pen. You see nothing unusual. Whatever is here must have gone. Alright. Let's go back and talk to Magla. We'll see if he has any other information for me. I didn't even find a blueprint that time.
I suppose I may have imagined it.
You didn't see anything there? Just goats? You know what Magda saw, but the man is frightened enough without knowing the identity of the creature that sniffed snow near to him that night. Nazgul. He's slowly becoming more calm, but is still shaken by the experience. I am not cut out for this sort of thing. My brothers are bold and courageous, and would certainly not have been as frightened. And my sister? She is the handmaid at the Golden Hall in Edoras, and she would have marched right up to that, whatever it was, and given it a tongue lashing it would not soon forget. Not like me. Well, I am the one who is here, and I am doing my best. I hope that my father and my brothers and my sister are proud, or will be. Thank you again, my friend. The Nazgul that rode upon the fell beast which lies now dead in the Brownlands is missing somewhere along the Great River. But that's it. I did get the title of the Anduin Wanderer, and I did pick up some. Coins. Looks like I picked up just a title. Yep. Deed completed, and I got a free title for it, the Anduin Wanderer. Book 6, Chapter 11, The Vanquished Rider. Head back and talk to Nona. I think she's all the way back in the Brownlands. Yep. Right where we found the rider to begin with. So we'll go ahead and head back to Ethberg. and we'll head over to Nona. Okay, get rid of this. There we go. It was Nona and one other that were asking me to track that Nazgul, and I've gone through all the quests and I had not found any trace of it. And it was right here outside of the Kundalar war camp. That's where I found it originally. And there's Nona. Just approaching the body of the beast brings dread in me.
We have learned much of this creature, but not what we need to know.
Where has its rider gone? And what cruel fate has kept us a step behind it at every turn?
The creature was looking for something. We need to think.
This rider, what was the word you used? Nazgul? This creature was looking for something, and we need to think. It brought us on a chase through these lands, but I cannot tell what it sought or what it desired. I have no choice but return to the village of the Horse Lords. We'll wait outside while you speak with that man Horn. We are strangers in this land, and he is not. He may know of a place where we have not yet searched.
Hey, Willy Billy, I've been doing fine. Having fun. Still working on trying to go through the Great River quests. We're trying to track down a Nazgul. As you can see, it had its mount here, but it is missing.
Let us talk on the way back to the village of the Horse Lords.
Has no one seen our new friend, or the Dunlending girl? I thought they would have returned to Stungard by now. Did some trouble befall them on the road?
Yeah, I was going to say, this isn't it.
We have a long way to go. As much as I wish we did not need to refuge at the town of the Horse Lords, it seems that we must. We have lost the trail of this creature, this wraith of which you speak, and until we can learn where it has gone, we are only wasting time. It is frustrating to know our purpose and be unable to accomplish it. Well, let us keep moving. I will tell you a story of Suvuch used to tell me. When we were young, it will help pass the time. Long ago there was a man named Fresco who lived among the Horse Lords. He was wealthy and strong. His hair was dark like that of my people. He had Dunlendish blood in his veins. He desired a marriage match between his son Wolf and the king of the Horse Lord's daughter. This king, Helm the Hated, refused Fresco's offer with an insult and violence. He lured Fresco to a desolate place alone and slew him with treachery. And then... What is it? Easterlings. Get ready to fight. There will be more of them. Let us get off the main path.
Why would the Easterlings... unless they're working together? Sensing dread.
Do you feel that?
Yes, I do.
I do not feel safe here. Let us go up among the rocks.
Between spring event for the extra. I usually did. I did a stream already where I did some of it, and I've been doing a little bit of it offline. But I haven't really wanted to. I'm more interested in doing the questing, to be honest. But I'll wait a second till you get back. Okay. Now, as I was saying, I usually do the events, and I've already done a stream where I cover the spring again. Yeah, no worries. That's why I waited. But I usually do. I've already done the spring. I did a stream a couple days ago where I did it, and I've been doing a little bit offline here and there. I haven't been too interested in the awards because it's just a repeat of the spring event and there were no new awards offered, so it was just kind of for fun. It was something that the devs gave as kind of a I'm sorry that the things are running a little late on their end. So, but it was fun. I did do it. One of these days on stream, though, I'll have to do hobnanigans. We'll see how many chickens we can hit through with a stick. That'll be fun. Something is near. It must be the wrath we have sought. It makes my blood run cold. Nona looks at you with wide eyes, and you are suddenly reminded she has not had much experience with creatures of such evil. She puts a hand on the hilt of Wadu's sword. Her sword, at her former fright, is replaced with grim determination. We found it. Now what do we do with it? I hear something. Look there. Do you see that? It's trying to track something. It's not letting me attack it. Now it does. Nona's sword flashes with a bright light and a Nazgul flees from it. More Easterlings. Get ready. The big one is running. Friends, follow him. I can't attack it. I can only follow it.
What do you need?
I will not run from you. I am your better. My people have powerful friends, and I will show them how strong a man of the Kundala can be. Suddenly, a woman's scream pierces from the stillness. Nona is in trouble. You hastily grab the fallen torch, burning your hand. The Nazgul shrinks away from the blazing fire. Oh, shit. Nona lies crumpled on the ground before you, soaking in the blood from a sword wound in her side. She struggles weakly to speak. Shanjantra, are you? The effort is too great for her. She needs the aid of a healer if she can survive this wound. In the back of your mind, one worrying question refuses to go away. From what blade did she take this wound? Did an Easterling blade cause this injury? Or was it the blade of the Nazgul? You prepare yourself for the long journey back to Stangard with Nona. Chandrandra, is everything all right? Nona's breathing is ragged and shallow, and the gash to her side still bleeds around the cloth which you tried to staunch it. When you brought her to Stangard, she was barely conscious. You found Horn near the entrance and begged for his people to tend to Nona's hurts. He sought out the leader of Stangard to see what could be done, and has not yet returned. What will he say? Freka. Wolf. Avenged. What did she say? Oh, I know what it was. She mentioned Wolf, Dunedin traitor. His treacherous father tried to kill mighty Hel, and then the son invaded Rohan and sat in Methuselah. Let her die, I say. Whatever made that sword stroke did my people a favor. I'd have slapped the crap out of you. I had this decision. I did my best for you, but you're not going to be pleased. You didn't understand why we should heal the hurts of this Dunedin girl. Eventually, he relented somewhat and has agreed that our healers will do what they can for the girl. What? Heal the girl? Horn, this cannot be his decision. There is a condition. Our healer will see to the girl's wounds. She must relinquish all claim to the sword she carries.
No!
It is a sword of Rohan. Belongs with us. In Stangard, that is the price of her life. I am sorry, but this is the message I was given.
Do not let them.
Nona struggles to speak. The effort is too great for her to make out the words. She beseeches you with wide eyes, but you cannot meet her stare. Your gaze keeps returning to the blood sloping the floor beneath her. She tries again.
Wadus, it was.
You cannot give the Rohirrim what they demand. There has to be another way to save her life.
I would die first.
Do not be a fool. Our healer can save your life. I know our people are enemies, but you should not die this way.
How would you have me die?
Not for a sword. Your friend is as hard-headed and as most stubborn of my folk. She could give Theoden King lessons in being headstrong. There has to be some other way. He spoke of the elf witch in the woods to the north along the Anduin. My people shunned that place as a den of evil glamour, but there was a power that could heal this girl. Horn glowers at you, his eyebrows knitted together angrily. Pox on her. I will not have her blood on my hands or on her own. Lead us to this elf witch. I have heard the tales. Perhaps she will be unable to bewitch me if I'm expecting it. Why did you ever bring this girl to Stamgard? This is not her place. Horn gazes into the middle distance. In a quiet voice he continues. In Stamgard, is a sword valued more highly than the life of a girl? What sort of man would willingly serve in such a place? He shakes his head, and an urgency returns to his voice. Well, what are you waiting? Let us go at once. And we are now in Calasgladron. I will never call my people distrustful again. The blindfold is somewhat unnecessary to me. The most urgent of need has driven me here, and I would not want to return. Horn's face softens as his brow creases with worry. Do you think the girl will recover? I saw the way those elves looked at her wound. Whatever they saw there, they did not like it. It was not an Easterling blade. What does that mean for her? What is wrong? Have you seen this before? Yes, I have.
I have done what I can. The danger has passed. The wound was deep, but it did not fester. And yet I did not wish to leave this girl to the care of my healers. The risk that her wound was caused by a Morgul blade, that she could become a wraith like the creature you encountered that night, compelled me to heal her hurts personally. If that had proven the case, I would have ended her suffering. It would have been mercy, and necessary to safeguard both Lorien and indeed all the lands. Do you think me cruel? I am glad it did not come to that. I do not believe her wound was caused by a Morgul blade, and it is my hope and belief that she will live. I am surprised. We will speak more of it later, away from watchful ears. The girl Nona is sleeping. When she is awake, you will be brought to her. For now, you shall rest. Dream no troubling dreams. In Lothlorien, your rest will be peaceful. I am certain of it. So you got Tom Bombadil's hat and his jacket, Billy? How did you manage that one? What quest did you complete? What relief. I can hardly believe it. I feared for the worst. There is clearly some glamour on this land. I feel as though I could take on any foe and achieve victory, or across any landscape, no matter the obstacles. Your elf witch works wonders. Only song could do justice to her powers of healing. The relief I feel is... it is overwhelming. The girl will live. Unless it is rude to ask it, I would like to return to the forest floor now. I will return to Stanguard by myself, but I would like to see you again. Once the girl is recovered, bring her as well. If I am to compose a song of your adventure, I will need both of your accounts after all.
Along the banks of the great river, you evaded a great evil, but not without cost. The girl Nona was brought before me, wounded and in pain. I did for her what I could, but her fate is not yet clear to me. You have journeyed far and have come very close to death and sadness.
And yet, you still skirt the gravest danger and come safely through to the other side. I hope that our mutual friends fare as well. I told you earlier that I had nothing to do with your dream, and this was true. But when you described your visions to me, I did not tell you everything I suspected. It seemed clear to me that your paths may cross one of the 9, and I believed the girl would die. And yet, unbelievably, she did not. Either through your own actions or hers, you both escaped the clutches of the Nazgul. And either through curious good fortune or powers unknown to me, our mutual friends seem to have outdistanced its pursuit. But there is no rest for we who worry for their safety. The Nazgul is not the last danger they will face. They, and you, are not free of evil's clutch just yet. Rest for a time, but not for long. There are plans to be made, and we will speak again, and soon. Oh, and I get a mirror that I can put in my house. That's cool. Bane of the White Wizard. I just picked up a new title. Deed bestowed. What deed was bestowed? Mists of Anduin. There it is. Complete Volume 3, Book 6. Account Y Cosmetic Hooded Repurposed Cloak of the White Hand. Title Bane of the White Hand and 2,000 Virtue Experience. Dang it, I didn't do my housing quests when I got them. So you go back and do them. Actually, what's nice is you can go ahead and pick any house. So if you like the Dwarven houses, you can go to Thorin's Hall. If you like the Shire houses, you can go to the Shire. If you like the Breland houses, you can go to Bree. And if you've got the Mithril, you can go to Belfalas and get one of the premium houses. And I got the Bane of the White Wizard title. You have braved the death of Isengard and emerged to tell the tale. We'll make that my active title for now. Never really liked hooded cloaks because it covers my hair and my other headpiece. But I can understand why they want to do it. It does actually kind of look good with the Grey Company armor, so I may wear it for a little while. And let's go ahead and put it into my wardrobe.
I can get rid of one of them. There we go. And now we're up to Volume 3, Book number 7. Which I don't think I can finish yet. I think I've actually reached the end of the quest chain that I can complete on because Galadriel actually starts the next quest and I can't pick it up yet. Yeah, because I don't have Book 3, Chapter 7. I dig that title. Yes, I do too. I think it's great. So I do believe at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go ahead and call it here for today. So I am glad everyone that joined me. Thank you very, very much. We accomplished a lot today. We helped out the people of the Brown Hills. We fought off the Kundalari, and we helped Nona defeated Nazgul and got healed by Galadriel. So my next scheduled stream will be this Wednesday for Warhorse Wednesday. We're going to call it for the time being. And we're going to be picking up. We'll probably be picking up right here where we left off. I may do the spring festival, or I might do some delvings because I haven't done a whole lot of delvings before, so I may go ahead and do that for a little while. But we'll figure it out. We got a couple days. So again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining me, and I'm going to see what who else is doing Lord of the Rings online. And we're going to go ahead and have you guys continue on your fun. So let me load up my raid browser real quick, and we'll see who is doing Lord of the Rings online who has not been on for very long. Most of the people have been on for over an hour already. Yeah, in fact, everyone's already been on for 2 hours, actually. So I think at this point, I will just go ahead and let you guys go because I don't think anyone's going to be on for long enough. So again, I would like to thank everyone for joining me. I will see you all Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific right here on Twitch. If you're interested, I do have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/Talesian where all of these VODs are showing up. I also have a Discord server. Link is down below whether you're watching me on YouTube or Twitch. And if you're looking for Nazgul information on the Angmar server or just want to discuss Lord of the Rings or share some memes or talk about other games such as Diablo 4 or Path of Exile, we talk about those on that too. But again, I would like to thank everyone for joining me, and I will see you all very, very soon, my friends. Take care and be safe.